Transformers Studio Series 86 Starscream. This is an amazing figure, and I know it's a very controversial figure because it's just a Voyager packed in with more accessories, and he is a lot smaller when compared with an actual leader like Grimlock here. Grimlock does tower over him because he is just a Voyager, but here he can be in his regular mode. And he can be in his regular mode with just his two null rays, and that's what he can do too. And he is more G1 accurate when compared to the Siege version. He is a little smaller, but compared to the cartoon, this version of him, he is more boxy than the Siege one. His chest is more boxy and the legs are more boxy too. And then the weapons are different. The Siege one is wider and a lot longer than the Studio Series one. And the Siege one, you can put the coordination stuff on him, but only the shoulder pads can go on properly, and they just barely fit on his. They just barely fit on his arms, and that's how he looks with the shoulder pads on. The crown can go on. You can put it on his head, but it doesn't really stay on it right, and it just falls off when you pick it up. The cape doesn't really have a peg on it on the back, but the Studio Series one does have a peg for it. You can peg it into one of the holes in the bag, and he can't really stand though. It's too heavy. It hangs off too much. But that's how he looks. If you really make him stand, he can do it. And then on with the coordination stuff. The coordination stuff really looks good on Starscream. It goes all on into transformation. When you transform him, you have to take off all his coordination stuff. You're gonna take off the guns and the crown and the cape. And the transformation is very simple, but it's fun and it's interesting how it transforms. It's very different from the Siege one. It's a brand new skull compared to the Siege one. The arms are a little hard to unpeg. You kind of have to like really pull on it, apply a lot of pressure to it because it doesn't unpeg well. And that's how you look and then the transformation, the legs fold up, kind of like the Kingdom Cyclonus in a way. And then I noticed that compared to the Earthrise version, the back wings, the back fins, the back blue fins don't have the same paint applications as the Earthrise version do. In vehicle mode, he looks really cool, and the nose cone on the robot mode actually becomes the nose cone for the jet mode, and he does look pretty cool. But he does have a hollow gap and a little space under him, which I kind of wish he didn't, but it's okay though. And I really like the jet mode. It's a good mode, a good vehicle mode. The null rays can store under the jet, like on the Siege version. You just peg them in, and they go under the wings to match the G1 style jet like he had in the movie and in the cartoon. And that's how the jet mode looks with the guns. It looks pretty cool with it, the way the noise peg in. And then here he is compared to the Siege version. He is wider than the Siege version, and he is longer than the Siege version too. But they both look really cool together, and that's how they are. The Siege one is a little taller though, but these two are really cool the way they are. And then here he is compared to Skywarp and Thundercracker, and the way he looks beside them is really cool. I am looking into getting Skywarp and Thundercracker's Earthrise versions of the jet mode, and I kind of do want them just to match the Starscream. It would be cool to get them, but they're kind of rare nowadays because Earthrise ended. And then he is compared next to the Kingdom Core class Starscream, and they kind of do share similarities. The engineering is kind of very similar between them, but the core class is just tiny compared to the bigger one. And from the bottom, they kind of like the feet share the similarities and the wings, but the chest is kind of different. The heads are located in the same place though. If you guys are wondering that the Earthrise Starscream and Siege Starscream, they can switch guns, but on the Siege one, the Studio Series weapons just fall off. They don't really peg on. They just, every time you put it on them, they just fall off. They don't stay on at all. But for the Studio Series version, the null rays, the Siege null rays can go on him, and that's how it looks on him. They look pretty cool, but they don't really match. But the Siege, it doesn't really pick on him. He does come with a purple chair, and he is the only chair that I know of that actually comes with a transformer. And it does have the Decepticon logo on it, and it's completely purple, cast out of purple plastic, and that's how the chair looks. The Siege Starscream can sit on the chair, but it's not really designed to sit in the chair. The wings are too wide and the back's too big. But there he is, and he kind of sits in the chair crooked, and that's how he looks in the chair. But the Studio Series one can sit in the chair. He is designed to sit in the chair, right? But you kind of have to move his arms and his legs around, and then he can sit in the chair. It's not the most secure way, but that's how he can sit in the chair. And the chair is hollow in the back, but we'll get to that in a bit. And that's how he looks in his chair. And that. And now as for the chair, all the accessories can store on it. The shoulder pads and null rays do stay together, and they do go in the chair, under the chair. And sometimes it can be hard to peg on because it doesn't stay in place right. You gotta really make sure you peg it on right. But once it's pegged on, it's really secure. And then the other two null rays go on the back of the chair. And then the cape can go on the chair too. It kind of hides away the hollowness in the guns. And then the crown can peg onto the chair like that, and it stays there. And then that's how the chair looks. And it looks pretty cool. I like the way the cape does hide the guns and stuff. Galvatron can sit in the chair too. He kind of looks better sitting in the chair than Starscream does, and that's what he can do. And then Starscream does come with the bag trip of the coronation scene, where you can display him. Like you can recreate the scene where Galvatron shoots him, and then all that's left to him is the crown, like in the movie. So that's Starscream's full review. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video. I plan on doing a video every day this week, and on Friday there's gonna be all the videos I made this week. On Friday they'll be all leading up to Friday's big video, so stay tuned for that. Like, comment, subscribe.